The next one is are we all here now? Can we all recode now, generate from existing variable? Or no, I'm talking to those who are actually doing it with their system. So the next one, we can generate a new variable also by using generate as it sounds. By using generate command. So I can generate exactly the new variable to be exactly the old, like the old variable. I can say generate children ever born equals V201. Are you there? Can you see the command? It will be exactly the old variable. If I, yes, like duplicating it. So if I run it like this, it will run and it will generate that variable. So if I want to do anything that probably might have altered, I can just be working with the new variable and leave the original one. That's another approach to, ensuring that your data or your variables are protected. So if I run this now, one of the beauty of R is that once you start typing like this, you are tired. Are you tired? Okay, don't be tired though. It's too early. Thank you. So if I run this, so you see now, the new variable that I generate is the same thing as the V201. So you can do that. Another way to generate variable is by what else can we do here? Okay, let's just move on. So replacing values in a variable. Let's say if I want to replace, in this variable now, CEB group, if I run this CEB group, that is the children ever born that I grouped. Those ones that have no children, the one that have those ones that have normal number of children, or legal, it's not legal. What? I've forgotten. So if I say the beauty of this run, I've forgotten that command. Those who have done this before. No, yeah. Is it number lab? Num label, right? Is it num label? Yeah, this is it. So if I run this now, see, you cannot cram all these things. Sometimes if you are using it before, if you are not using it in a while, it might disappear. So at least over time, when you keep working and working, some of them will stick. Some of them you need to go back and probably use point and click to remember, to remind yourself. So when you have it in your do file, and if you have it in your do file, how to attach? Yes, yes. Let me put the comment. Hey, the other way to comment is this one. These ones that you are seeing here, there are ways to comment such that the comments will occupy the whole line. However, you can comment in front of a command as well. Here you can use your /. Here I want to put this add value label. Show value label. Show value label of variables. So you can leave it like this. If I run it, you still do the same thing. If you want to know whether it's running, I don't know if you can see this thing here. Can you see it? Yeah. That's how you know that your data is still working. If it's not responding, then you just come here and look at it. Like, okay, it's still working. You leave it. this thing always sometimes takes time but once you get it done, you move on. So what I'm trying to say in the sense is that when you have your command, you can actually add comment in front of it in certain places. But if you are starting with star, you can't do star here. Star is always preceding your comments from the margin. However, to add comments to a particular command, you use your /. Now, I think it's still running. It's because of the data. The data is heavy. For you to look at all of, I forgot to. Because all those categories in all of those ones, anyone you run now, you expect that you should add, if it is categorical, you expect that you should add the value label. If I want to run male and female now, there's no female here, it has finished. There's no male here, it's all female. If I want to run only the place of residence, rural or urban, anything I want to run, let's say V tab V106. What's 106? I think it has to do with education. Yeah, education. So you can see 0123 has been added. Can you see? So any categorical variable you want to run now, that it will be showing the corresponding values. Is it clear? Yes. So because of that non-label that I added, that is number label add. So then I was going somewhere. So replacing values in variable. Now that I have, thank God I duplicated this, tabulate V20, I mean CEB group 1. Let me work with this. Is it interesting? Only few people are answering. Yeah, it requires practice before you, you have not used it before now, it's understandable. So if I run this now, I can see 012, right? So if I want to recode any of this, not recode in terms of what we did to V201, but in terms of changing the values of each of these categories, I can say, okay, let me start from, let's say, I want to change 0 to 1. I want to change, you know that 0 here is just for us to understand that, okay, those ones are the ones with 0 number of children. This 0 is not exactly the 0 that we're talking about in the V201. I hope you know. Let me tell you what I'm talking about. This 0, can you see this 0? This 0 here, they are the codes. This is a code. This one is a code. The 2 in front of that one too is a code. Not this 0 is the one that we are saying was in V20 and the original. You understand? So that one is meaningful. This is the true 0. What type of level of measurement did that one for? You understand? But this 0, what type of level of measurement is it for? It's categorical, but it's at ordinal level. You understand? Yes. So just to identify and then, so but again, we can just say, okay, we don't want to use 0 again. We can just use 1, 2, 3 because we are just talking about identification. You get what I'm saying? So I can say I want to relabel this particular variable tab, this CEB group 1, and say this 0 should be 1, this 1 to 4 should be 2, and this 5 and above should be 3. How do I go about that? I'll just say generate. I can do it this way. I say generate CEB group 1 relabel. I'm just trying to create a new name. This just name is nothing. You can give it another name that you want. You know, I'm trying to make it explanatory as possible. generate this relabel. I mean, is it relabel? No, not label now. Revalued or recoded. Recoded. And then I'll say that equals nothing. That dot means nothing, right? But as it is the highest value in data structure. That dot. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
It is the highest value. If you, like for instance, when I said something about something 5 to maximum, you could pick all those dots and count them as part of maximum, because they are the highest value inside stata, in the stata data structure. When you say dot, is the highest value, but there is nothing there. Just understand it that way, so you can read about it more. So now, if I run this now, let me put the annotation. Generating a new variable. Is it difficult? Is it interesting? That's why I'm trying to make it as explanatory as possible. I know the fact that you have not used it before, of course, you don't expect that, but as we are making progress, are you getting it? Is it becoming clearer? Are you understanding the procedure? If you sit down with this, can you do something?
Yes.
And I don't expect that you know everything today now. The truth is, over time, when you have issues, you ask questions. We have not even gone into analysis. We are just talking about manipulating variables. So that's why I said maybe we should just increase it to 730. So from here, what we're going to do is to generate a variable called CEBGRP1 underscore recoded. So if I run this, can you see it ran? And so if I come here and try to tabulate that variable, it will tell me no observation. Can you see? Can you see? I generated this variable. Generate this variable and said put nothing inside it. That dot means nothing inside it. Put nothing inside. So when I tabulated it, it showed me that no observation, which is correct, right? Now, what we are trying to do to replace 0 and say 0 should be 1. 1 should be 2 and 2 should be 3. Do you understand where I'm going? For those who don't understand, I said this 0 here, this 1, you know, they are just categories. So I want to change the 0, change this label, value label here, this 0 to 1.
Okay, so if you 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, those are 0, 1, 2. Okay. That's what I'm trying to do. Because you need to understand what we want to do first and foremost.
Why do you want to change this?
I want to change it just to tell you that you can also generate a new variable changing the value labels. They will still be the same variable, but if you don't want 0, because sometimes you want to do some analysis that.
I think another approach to this, which I prefer, is to rather drop the VO2 CV something, and now use that to copy that initial one, and now put 1, then you put 0, put 2, then you put 1, and put
I'm just giving them the alternative.
The reason why I'm saying that is that for people that are just using it for the first time, if you start doing all of this, they get more confused. So I think
I'm going to share this do file, and I'm giving the explanation in front of it that this is what we are trying to do. So by the time you look at the do file, you know what we are driving at. That's why I asked that, did you understand what I'm trying to do first and foremost? So that you don't think it's another magic. So do you understand what we are trying to do? Yes. So now, to change that, you know, I've created a new variable with nothing, which is this. So what I want to do is to say replace replace this new variable. Say replace it equals, let it be 1 if, what's the old variable? This one, right? If this equals what? Equals, remember, if you have started with 1 equals here, the next one should be equals, meaning you are saying it is not the same thing as equals. I mean, not just 1 equal. Equals is saying go to that variable and look at the categories. Which one is coded this? If that one equals that particular level, do something with it. What I'm saying now here is that replace the old and the new variable that has nothing inside, let it be 1 if the old variable is what? 0. Is that not what we want to do? Yes. It's English, so yes. You can see that I'm just speaking English. Now so if I run this now, it changed 11,829. If I tabulate the new variable, see, one is there. It's not telling me no observation again. Can you see? So the second one is replace again. If I copy, replace this particular new variable equals to, if the old one equals what? Equals 1. Thank you. So if I run this, see the number is changed. If I run it again, you can see that it has 1 and 2 now. So the last one, equals 3. If the old one what? Equals 2. So if I run this and then I tabulate again, you see that all the 3 categories. All you now need to do after generating this is to label it the way you want. Do you know how to label? Let me tell you. You can see 1, 2, 3 here, but people will not understand what that 1, 2, 3 means. So you will be the one to now label. This is the way to label this and let it show that 1 equals what? Those with no children. 2 equals those with 1 to 4 children, right? And 3 is those with between 5 and 17 or 5 or more children. So there's something you must first of all do. In the data set, there is nothing like that. So you will be the one to create it. It's called, you define those levels of that variable. You first of all define those levels, and then you now bring the definition and put it on that new variable generated. It is called label define. Label define such that, what's the name I want to call it? Okay, let's just say CB. I'm just giving it any name. You can give it any name you want. So you can say label define CB. Let me call it CB define such that one is no child. 2 is what? Where is it? Don't go. 2 is between 1 to 4 children, right? And 3 is, I'm quoting this. Do you know what I'm quoting? Don't forget, because I have space in my labels. These are the labels, right? So because I have space for Stata to know that it's just one category, quote it. So 3 is what? 5 plus children. 5 plus children. So if I run this, you see what it will do. It will not show anything. It will just show that okay, the command you ran is correct. So what you now need to do after this is to now put what you have just defined, impose it on the new variable. And what you do is, what the command is, label value. Yes, lab val label. It sounds funny. Label value. That's why I'm calling the true, the complete word so that you know what it means. So label value, which variable? The old variable, the new variable that we generated, this one. What did we just define? What should we label it with? This new definition. So what we'll do here is just to run. So it has labeled it. So if you go back and tabulate it now, you can see you have no child, 1 to 4 children, 5 plus children. I intentionally put that 5 plus so that you know that it's the new one. Because I think the first one we did 5 and above, right? So that's how you label. Let me just put annotation in front of this. Values definition on So I think we are done with that part. Now, logging your file. Logging your file is about ensuring, I think by now all of us understand what it means to change directory, right? People are not answering.
Yes, sir.
Is it dinner that I want to collect? What's going on? So if you know what the directories are, and we have been able to, we are able to understand how you change your directory, this logging your file is talking about how you save your results of everything you are doing in Stata, such that at the end of the day, you don't need to go to Stata results and be looking one after the other and be typing out things you need from your results. All of it are already contained in your directory, in a file in your directory. And it is either in this format, SMCL file or TXT file. TXT is what? Text format. Text format that you can easily read as text. The other one is SMCL file. That one, I don't use it because I don't need to stress myself. I only need text format. So the advantage of this is that when you log your analysis, your results are automatically being saved somewhere inside that directory, in a file inside the directory you have changed to. That's why it is important that you change directory so that when you finish, you just go to that folder, go and look at the result there, bring it out, and start writing on it the way you want. Do you understand what I'm saying? So logging is very important and makes your work less stressful. Let's do an example. The command that we would need for that is called log. It's just log. Logging. So, logging file as text. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
Is there any question?
You talked about change directory before we...
Yeah, I talked about changing directory because I want you to remember that part and how it is connected to this. If you change your directory, that directory is where your file will be when you do logging. You understand? So when you log your analysis, the result will be shown in that directory you have changed to. That's why I mentioned it. Is it clear? So what the command you will use is called log. And you now test data using the name you want to give to your results. Using what name? Fellow training analysis. Thank you. Sparkle fellow training analysis. I'll put everything. So if I do like this, let me show you this first and foremost. Log using this, and I say this. Can you see? Look at this. Oh, when I put that log using Sparkle Fellow Training Analysis, is run, name, unnamed, log. You went to that directory and put the name of the, and then the log type is what? The log type is what? SMCL, and the of course the date. Now let's go to that folder. Can you do this? Run this on your own too. Have you done it? Now go to that folder. Hey, my people are smart. Very good. So see, can you see the name of that file inside that folder? Yes. Can you see your own too? Yes. But it's what? SMCL file. Try to open it. You'll be looking for what to open it with. Yes. So you don't need to stress yourself. What you want is something in text format that you can easily read. So this is what you are going to do. Instead of leaving it like that, you just say .log. LOG. Can you see? You just put .log in front of it. Instead of leaving it blank here, put .log and then run it again. Have you run it? Huh? What did you say? Log file already open. Log file already open. Yes. The reason why he's saying log file already open is because we are currently working with one log using. Hello? We are currently working with one log using. So you need to close it. You need to close that log. Test it that okay. Stop this one that will open, because when you say log using, it means everything you'll be doing afterwards, it will be saving. But we did not end that one. We're not saying okay, do another log using, but before we can do another one, we close the one that we already told you to start doing. So the command you use is log close. You run that. So when you run log close, go back again and run the one with .log. Did it run? Yes, sir. Huh? Yes, sir. So if it has run, go to that folder now. Open that folder again and see what is there. Can you see the one with text? Text document. Can you see it? Can you see it? Now open that one if it will open. Did it open? Yes. Did your own open? Yes, sir. People are not responding now. We are doing it. Oh, you are still doing it? My facilitators are not helping me again. Okay, so yeah, it worked. It worked. Very good.
Also, initially going to the log icon on the menu at the start. You create the log, then maybe after you finish it,
it's the same procedure. You know, I said